Archaeology is quite a recent thing. Some people would say it began with Napoleon Bonaparte when he took experts with him in his army to Egypt and systematically was digging things out of the ground. Some people would say it began slightly earlier with Thomas Jefferson, who was doing systematic researches in the ground in the US. But what I want to say is that that's a very recent thing. And people have been reading the Bible for a lot longer. And as you consider what's just been discovered in the last 200 years and we see in our museums, we need to remember that 300 years ago, there was no archaeology. Anything that anyone knew had come because it had been handed down in manuscripts over the ages. So those really old Bibles, sometimes family Bibles, you can get 300, 400 years old. Those Bibles were printed without any knowledge of archaeology. So then you get one of those old Bibles and you say, what things are said in this Bible? How many of those have actually been found to be the case by archaeology? And you'll find some amazing things. You'll find that those old Bibles will name particular Assyrian kings, and that archaeology has shown that Sennacherib, Tiglath-Pileser, Sargon, Esarhaddon, these are real people, and they're in the right order in the Bible, they're in the right time period. And so those Bibles that people printed, you could think about Bibles, the Geneva Bible that people, Puritans brought over to the US. The manuscripts that those were based on from no earlier than the 11th century AD, and yet they're giving you correct information for 1800 years prior to that time. That's just amazing. And that's just one example of the sort of details that are there in the Bible are being shown to be correct by subsequent archaeology.